So just talking a little bit about negative numbers. You want to remember that a negative exponent does not make your answer negative. So that's really the first and foremost thing that we want to remember. And then a couple other things to remember is that to the 0 power does not give you a value of 0. Oddly enough, it actually means the ones place. So if you see to the 0 power, it kind of looks like an O to help you to remember that it's 1 for your value. The other thing you need to remember is how things pair together. So if I have AB, you have to remember that's A times B, and that A and B are separate. So when you're dealing with exponents, it's really important that you pay very close attention to what the exponent is actually on. So when you have a problem like this, where you have mn to the 0, you have to ask yourself, what is the 0 power actually on? So this is m times n to the 0 if I rewrite these. So this might be a good suggestion that you try this, is when you see letters, to space them out and actually put the multiplication dot in between the letters. Because that way I can see the m is just m, but is the n that's to the 0 power. So remember, anything to the 0 power has a value of 1. So now I have m times 1, m times 1, and n times 1 would be m. So the answer in that case would be m. So again, anything to the 0 power has a value of 1. So notice n to the 0 equaled 1. If I have 8 to the 0, 8 to the 0 has a value of 1. Now if I have parentheses, mn to the 0, this is a different problem. Now notice the difference here as to here. Down here at the bottom, with the parentheses, everything in the parentheses are grouped together. Whereas up here at the top, you see that only the n has the 0. So down here, anything to the 0 power is 1. So the whole group has a value of 1. So it's really important that you notice those parentheses. So that would be a 1. Okay? And then, if you have x to the negative 5, you want to first of all remember that it is not a negative answer, but it's really x to the 5th power. It's telling you have an exponent of 5, but what the negative is telling you is that you're over in the decimal area. So decimals or fractions, right? 0.5 is 1/2. You've got the decimal places actually represent fractions. So I'm going to write this x over 5 as a fraction, so be 1 over x to the 5th to account for the negative. But there is no negative in your answer, so you do want to be really careful about that. So good luck.